If you're someone who loves to have your natural hair stretched out without always having to use heat, this video is for you. This is the second part of the series where I show you guys different ways to stretch out your natural hair. The first one, I used the braiding method. Today's video is going to be the second method, and luckily it's without heat. Start of this video, I would like to address the fact that my hair is not clean. I'm not starting from freshly washed hair. You can do this style on freshly washed hair, but mine, I put it in low bun for a couple of days. I've been styling my hair before I decided to record this video. I was going to wash my hair after recording the video because I wanted to do a particular hairstyle and I needed my hair stretched for the hairstyle. Regardless of that, you can still achieve exactly the same result from freshly washed hair because I am spraying my hair with water and you can clearly see the shrinkage that comes after spraying my hair. I'm also using a little bit of cream. I just didn't want my hair to be extremely dry while doing this method because I just didn't want my hair to be dry. I decided to add a little bit of cream, brush it out, make sure your hair is properly detangled. Like I mentioned in my previous video where I was moisturizing my hair, I love to use the white tooth comb after using the brush on my 4C hair because I feel as though the brush doesn't really detangle the root as compared to when I use a white tooth comb. So now for the thread, I'm going to take a black thread. This is just a regular sewing thread. You can use the African threading if you have access to that. I do not have access to it, so I decided to use this thread and it's universal. You can get it anywhere. So what I do is I make it into 4 strands. So this is 2 now. I stretch it out to arm's length or more, then I fold it, stretch it out again, fold it, stretch it out again, and I do that until I have about 4 threads. You get what I'm trying to say, 4 strands of thread together. Then I cut it and start threading my hair. That's basically how I do it. You can use 2 strands, you can use 4 strands, you can use 3 strands. It just depends on how thick each section is. I don't think it plays a part in how stretched the hair is. I just like feeling the thread when I'm twisting it around my hair. This process is actually quite easy. If you do not know how to thread your hair, you can do it as slow as possible, but I've done this since I was little, so I already know how to do this method. If you've never done this before and you would like to try it, all you have to do is hold one part or hold your hair with one hand and then just wrap the thread around your hair. Make sure it's tight, make sure it's firm, not too tight, make sure it's firm, I would say. And when you get to the end, you make a knot. Just use your ring finger to make a knot and pull the strand of the thread inside the knot you made with your ring finger, and that's it. You have your thread. Easier the knot, the easier it is to take down. Make sure you always remember that. Here I'm just doing the tightness check because sometimes when we were little, I have PTSD with this. When you thread your hair, you would not be able to move your neck. So make sure it's not too tight because your neck will be stuck in one area. Obviously now I'm older, I'm doing it myself. I'm not going to make it too tight where I cannot move my neck. That's pretty much all the description I can give when it comes to threading your hair. It's actually very easy. It's very simple to do. It's one of my favorite ways to stretch out my hair, especially if I do not want to use heat. I actually did this and left it in for 2 days. The longer you leave it in, the more stretched it is because then your hair gets to dry and also stretch at the same time. So when your hair gets dry and it's stretched out, it's going to come out with amazing results. So if you are someone who is trying to stretch out your hair, or you want to be a straight natural, but you do not want to always have to use heat, this is something you can try out. As you can see, my hair shrinks when I spray water on it, and then when I thread it out, it stretches out. Another tip I would give is the smaller the section, the more stretched the hair would be. So if you use smaller sections of your hair will come out more stretched as compared to when you use bigger sections. For me, I'm using like medium sections because I honestly do not have the energy or the time to sit down and make small sections. But if you want a really stretched out look that looks like you blow dried your hair or stretched your hair out with heat, just use a smaller section and see what I'm talking about. But if you also just want minimum stretch, you can use big sections. So it just depends on what you want. And also, the closer the thread is when you're wrapping it around your hair, the more stretched your hair is going to be. One last tip I would give is brush your hair or detangle your hair as you thread it, just so it comes out stretched and not tangled stretched. I hope that made sense. I'm going to let you guys see how I do the rest of my hair, and I'm going to wrap everything together when I'm done, and I'll come back when it's time for me to take out the thread. So this is my hair 2 days later. I put it in this wig cap just so I'm able to wear a wig over and I don't look a mess when I'm going out because I'm not stepping out of the house with thread in my hair. This is what it looks like. I'm going to start taking them down. It's actually quite easy to take down the thread. All you have to do is just pull and it's going to come out. I applied a little bit of oil on my hand just so it's easier to detangle the hair, and I'm not using dry hands, you know. After that, I'm going to detangle my hair using the brush and the white tooth comb. I found out using the brush first before the white tooth comb kind of makes it easier for me to detangle with the white tooth comb. There's just something I really enjoy. I don't know, it just recently started. I use the brush, then I use the white tooth comb over the brush or after the brush. You can see how stretched my hair is. This is after 2 days. If you want yours to be more stretched or, you know, come out more stretched, I would suggest you use like smaller sections. This is my hair after taking out all of the first section, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when I've taken out all of the thread. This is it. It's really stretched, as you can see, and I really like it. I think it's very similar to my hair stretched out with a blow dryer. Maybe the roots, I would say, may not be as stretched as compared to when I use like a blow dryer. Regardless of that, the hair is stretched. I like it. I really like how stretched out it is. And I also did like a low bun hairstyle, which I've uploaded on my YouTube. You can check it out. My edges are still, yeah, they are trying to come back, but they're still gone. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.